So if you are someone who has learned data science and now trying to get a job in a data science domain, then one thing which is very important for you is the kind of projects that you would build and the kind of projects that you would put on your CV. So your project portfolio is very important in deciding whether you would get interview calls or not. Hi guys, my name is Rohit and I have been working in a data science and AI industry from last 10 years. And in today's video, I would tell you what is the ideal portfolio for getting interview calls related to data science jobs. Let's get started. So one of the important skill set for data science jobs is your domain knowledge. So people who have working experience or any kind of a domain knowledge, they are definitely preferred when they are applying for a data science job. So let's say I'm someone who is working as a software engineer for a financial organization. Okay. So if I build my data science projects which are related to financial domain, and if I put those projects in my CV, and then if I target all the financial companies hiring for data science or AI roles, I would definitely get shortlisted for those roles. So it is very important for you to understand that what kind of domain experience I have, and then based on that, try to build the projects. So ideally speaking, I would expect all of you to build at least 4 projects, which you should put in your CV. Out of those 4 projects, there are 2 to 3 things that all of you should ensure. First thing is there should be at least one project for regression model, at least one project for classification model, at least one project for clustering model. And out of these 3 projects, at least one project should have a text data. So that would cover the NLP aspect as well. So these things are very important, guys. Then out of those 4 projects, at least 2 projects should be based on your domain. So let's say if you are someone who is working in an automotive or a manufacturing domain, then you should build at least 2 projects which are related to that domain for adding those projects in your CV. Then one project you can build of any other domain which you also want to target along with your domain. So let's say I am someone working in an automotive domain or a manufacturing domain. Then I should build at least 2 projects related to that. For example, project related to predicting the need of maintenance for machine or project related to demand forecasting. These are very important use cases for the automotive as well as manufacturing industry. Then one project I can build of any other domain which I want to target. So I would tell that in general, all of you can build one project of a financial domain irrespective of the domain that you are coming from, because this is the domain where there are a lot of opportunities as a data scientist and a lot of high paying jobs as well. So you can build one project related to the financial domain. And the 4th project, I want all of you to build it on generative AI, because this is the skill set which is having a lot of demand in the market right now. And there are very few people who know how to use generative AI and build applications. So you can build chatbots using OpenAI API, and you can do that again on a domain specific data set. And you can build it in such a way that it can be used for customer support. So like this, if you build 4 projects, that would definitely add a lot of value to your CV. Let's say you are someone who is coming from a banking or a financial background. Then you can build project for credit card fraud detection or a project for detecting whether to give loan to this person or not based on this historical data. And one thing all of you have to make sure while building these projects for CV is these data sets should be large data sets. Please don't build projects on data sets with 1000 rows, 2000 rows. That is of no use when you want to build those projects for your CV. Those kind of projects are good while you are learning, but those are not the right projects for your portfolio of projects which you want to showcase to the recruiter, to the hiring manager through your CV. So you have to build projects on large data sets. That is the one factor all of you should consider. Second factor is build end-to-end projects. So let's say that if you have decided to build a project for classification of the sentiment based on the text data, build it end-to-end, right from the data cleaning, model selection, feature selection, till the deployment of model in the environment like let's say AWS. So deploy your models in AWS using Docker. And if that model should be exposed as an API, expose that model as an API. So end-to-end deployment should be there. And if you build projects end-to-end, then you can write it accordingly in your CV. If you follow these guidelines, I would tell you your chances of getting shortlisting for the interview would increase significantly. Now, one thing that might come in your mind is like from where we can get the data set. So there are well-known data sources. So for example, you can go to the government data, which is made open source by Indian government. You can check the data source on Kaggle. You can check the data source on UCI machine learning library. So like that, there are multiple places from where you can find the open source large data sets. And you can then on those websites, just check what is your domain and check the data sets of that particular domain and try to get those data sets and build the projects, put them on your CV. Now, the second question some of you might have is like, can we get some examples of a domain specific projects? So we have already built a complete playlist where we have, I think, 7 to 8 projects related to different domains. So you can refer that playlist as well to get examples of some domain specific projects. I also have a video which I have uploaded that how you can use generative AI to build chatbot. You can refer that as well and try to build similar chatbot application on the data of your domain. So if you do these things, guys, and if you build your CV in the right way with those 4 projects which I have mentioned you, that is your ideal portfolio of a data science projects. You try it, put it in your CV and let me know what kind of results you see. I'm very sure that if you do this, you would start getting more and more interview calls. And if you get more interview calls, I'm very sure you would crack at least few of them. Thanks for watching the video and all the best for your job search. I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.